Hello, and welcome to the Empowerography Podcast. This is a platform created for women's voices to be heard and a place to share their stories, journeys, and successes with the world for the purpose of helping other women who might be on similar journeys. We are empowering women one episode at a time. I'm your host, Brad Walsh, so kick back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and enjoy the stories. Hello, everyone. Brad Walsh here, your host of the Empowerography Podcast. Today, my guest is Tanis Fritz. She's a realtor and all-caps mom based in Vancouver. How are you doing this morning, Tanis?
I am great. It's very nice to talk to you, Brad.
Very nice to have you on as a guest. Thank you for agreeing to be here. How's your morning going so far? I know it's a little bit early on your coast, the left coast. So how's your morning going so far?
Morning's good so far. Days are starting a little bit later during this odd time, but yeah, so far so good. I've got a cup of coffee with me.
Excellent. Well, there you go. You've got the important thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're a mom. You once owned a successful public relations firm. You even co-authored a cookbook, I read, once upon a time, but now a very successful real estate agent, right?
That's it.
Back in 2018, you were named VPG Realty's Breakout Agent of the Year. So is the real estate game fairly new for you? Is this a new venture?
Yeah, it is. I really started to dig my feet in 2017. And the industry, the job, the profession, there's a lot that is what I expected, but so much of it is entirely different than what I bargained for. So there's been a huge learning curve, as there is with anything new. And it's really flexed some new and exciting muscles inside myself, which was really unexpected.
Okay. Tell us a bit about your public relations firm. How long did you own that, and why did you decide to get out of that game?
So I was in public relations for almost 2 decades. I had my own consultancy for 15 years. Mm-hmm. I launched it in 2001. I'm really, really, really bad at chronology. So, but yeah, I launched my business in 2001.
Okay.
And I had worked for Fairmont Hotels and Metropolitan Hotels, client side for a few years before that. Mm-hmm. And I got into public relations as, well, kind of, that's a whole other story. But I went out on my own as a consultant because I actually wanted to change careers and get into broadcast journalism. So I left the comforts of a really fantastic corporate job and pursued freelancing, consulting work because of the flexibility it would offer me.
Right.
Meanwhile, I was volunteering 40 hours a week and educating myself in broadcast journalism and trying to produce a mini lifestyle segment.
Very cool.
Kind of like a vlog before vlogs were
a thing. Yeah.
A thing. Yeah. Gosh, wow. I didn't even really put 2 and 2 together on that until this very moment. But yeah, so a little bit of an early adopter on that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my PR consulting was really, really taking off. I landed an incredible client with Opus Hotel, and it was putting a lot of food on the table. And I was newly married. I've since divorced from that and now very, very happily remarried. But I just said, you know what, I was getting enough new out of PR as a consultant that I thought this was really filling me up. So I left the broadcasting aside, and I pursued being a PR consultant wholeheartedly. And I was really dedicated to that. Had a really great decade doing that. Worked with some incredible brands: Morton's The Steakhouse, Seattle's Best Coffee, Opus Hotel,
big name
Marriott
players.
Hotel, some really big names.
Yeah.
And then the industry started to change, and my life started to change. I was going through a divorce, and while I was my profession was kind of taking a bit of a back seat, the industry was changing a lot. Newspapers were shuttering, newsrooms were laying people off left, right, and center, and the whole industry became very influencer focused.
Right.
And the whole aspect of social media was really taking off. And I didn't feel like I was at the top of my game anymore because my personal life had taken the front seat for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, you know what, I'm ready for a change again.
Wow.
I'd rather entirely shift gears and do something entirely new than kind of retrain and reposition and pivot within this public relations industry. So then I sat about kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do next.
And so I'm assuming that was real estate, right? You got into real estate after your public relations career?
I did. I toyed with the idea of, because I'd had that success writing the cookbook with one of my restaurant clients, which was a really proud moment for me.
I'm sure.
It was really great, just like developing the concept for that, getting the publishing deal, co-authoring it. Let's be clear, I did not develop any of the recipes, but I tested lots of them.
Yeah.
But, you know, all
That's
of
the
it was such a fun project from like start to finish. But just conceptualizing the book, naming the book, family style Italian from the heart, getting the deal, and, you know, writing every word in that book that wasn't a measurement or a ingredient.
Yeah.
So I kind of had that fire and that experience from the success of that project. And through meeting and falling in love with my husband, Phil, who's a very relaxed individual, I kind of developed this personal motto, which is do less, live better, love more.
I love it.
And I loved it too. And I thought, geez, you know, wouldn't that be a great kind of life syllabus? So I sort of toyed with the idea of, you know, creating kind of a lifestyle brand around that.
Yeah.
But to be honest, Brad, I sort of felt like, okay, this works for me, but I sort of feel like a bit of a phony espousing it to anybody else. So I still live by those guidelines, and I share them with anyone I can, because I don't know.
You should. I think that should be put out into the universe. I think it's a wonderful syllabus to live by. I think it's great. You should.
I think busy is almost a dirty word. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so I guess there's a very practical side of me. Anyway, so I'd always wanted to get into real estate. I felt that if I ever had to do an open house on a weekend or do a deal on a Friday night, I would just be miserable. And all of a sudden, like literally in an instant, I went, oh, that wouldn't bother me anymore. So I dove in basically the next day, head first into getting my license in real estate. And from the moment I made the decision to when I was able to sell a house was 6 months.
Wow.
And yeah, here I am. Lots of bumps and bruises along the way, that's for sure.
So what is it about the real estate game that excites you and inspires you to be the best you can be? And what is your favorite part about being an agent?
I guess the part that really invigorates me is that it's super invigorating. Like there's really never a dull moment. Not all the feelings associated with real estate are positive, that's for sure. I mean, there are highs. The highs are really high. Yeah. And the lows are really pretty low too. So it's a daily challenge to try and level those out. And that's something I strive for and struggle with because I don't want to be on a pendulum like that. It's not fun for me, and it's definitely not fun for my family. But the thing that really, like when I said earlier that real estate kind of opened up a side to me that I didn't even know existed, and that's the analytical side. I really take pride in pricing properties and going into a price negotiation, it's not never all about price, but a lot of the times it's a lot about price, but going into a pricing negotiation with a really, really strong, solid, foolproof pricing model. And I don't think that is very prevalent in the industry. I've heard other clients say to me, oh my gosh, when we've had a conversation with price about other realtors, they've said, well, what do you want to sell your home for? And then they'll say, oh, $1.5 million. Mm-hmm. And then the realtor will say, okay, let's list it for 1.75 and we'll see if we can get you 1.5 kind of thing. Right. Which is a disservice to everyone involved in that equation. So I've developed a really strong pricing model, which I call my proprietary pricing matrix. And it's solid. So that whole pricing model, the statistical side, the numbers analytical side, mm-hmm. that is exciting to me. And it's something that I've never really utilized in my past profession or my years in education and things like that. So that I find really exciting. And I think I'm elevating our profession in that regard. And, sometimes I think, and don't get me wrong here, real estate is a very misunderstood profession, but it's not brain surgery, but home is totally where the heart is. Yeah. So I really think it's important. And my home has always been so important to me, even when I was a girl growing up, just like mm-hmm. those four walls around me, wherever they were, and we moved a lot. Yeah. Were just critical to my sense of belonging and well-being. And the home where my husband and I and our kids live now is just a huge, it's almost like a member of the family. Yeah. It's just like, it's just such a huge part of my world. And I really want to help other people if they want it to absolutely. Find that little piece of paradise for themselves as well. Cause it gives me so much peace. Yeah. So I love it. So two totally different sides, like the big brain part of it and the big heart part of it. I guess that's what fills me.
Well, it's good to have both sides of it, right? That mm-hmm. It makes it more human, I guess. For sure. More of a personal touch. So you mentioned you're married and you have kids. How many kids do you have? Boys, girls?
I have two boys. They are 13 and 15. Okay. And my husband, Phil, has two adults who are 19 and 23. Okay. Yeah. And we have one girl in the mix, the eldest. And when I was dating, I used to joke, although I truly believe there's a little truth in every joke. I would only date guys who had a daughter, had no pets, and lived on the North Shore because I didn't want anyone who was geographically undesirable. I had other factors in mind as well, but I got what I wanted.
There you go. Put it out there to the universe and you will get it.
Exactly.
So what excites you about being an entrepreneur?
I think, and this is a theme for me, the ability to make my own choices. Just having some freedom. I mean, I don't have that much freedom. My clients are my bosses in many ways, but just the ability to make my own choices, to pivot. God, that's such an overused word right now, but it is. To pivot, whether it's changing professions, which I've done, or, right now I want to pivot in my own profession and sort of move towards, a different product type which I sell most of or whatever. Right. So just the ability to make my own choices, I think, is why I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay. Now, what are some of the challenges you faced early on in the real estate game and how did you overcome them?
I think the challenges I faced early in real estate were actually kind of similar to some of the challenges I faced early in public relations. In public relations, when I first started in that profession, I was really young. Like I was in my early 20s, kind of mid 20s when I went out as a consultant on my own. So I was very young. Starting in real estate, I wasn't necessarily very young, but I was inexperienced in real estate specifically. And I live and work in Vancouver, and in West Vancouver in particular. And in the greater Vancouver area, similar to Toronto, there are literally 14,000 real estate agents.
Right.
And I don't know exactly what the statistic is on this, but I would say that the median number of years in the profession is probably around 15 or so. So that's like a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Specific experience. And I would also say that it's a male-dominated industry, and it's a very ego-oriented industry as well, especially in the luxury home market in West Vancouver where I live. And so just coming in new, unproven, specifically in real estate, in a male-dominated industry with a humongous smile on my face, I think I went up against people who thought I didn't know what I was doing. And that shook my confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
So just overcoming all of that.
Yeah.
Is always a challenge.
Yeah. So what is the biggest pain point that you're experiencing in your business these days? I mean, aside from COVID and that inhibiting what you're able to do, what are some of the pain points, or what is one of the pain points that you were experiencing before this all hit?
Well, you're so susceptible to the market conditions. But just kind of knowing how to start my business, because I am still relatively new at it. So knowing how to start my business with very little mentorship or guidance and support. So I feel like, so now I've got some great structure and procedures and processes in place. So I feel like I'm really starting to nurture my business and prospect for, an ongoing business funnel.
Okay.
But I didn't know how to do that in the beginning. And I feel like I wasted a lot of time. I probably feel like I wasted 2 years before I knew how to do it. Right now, what I'm struggling with is I want to change course again. I want to stay in real estate. Absolutely. 100%. But it's like the analogy, like I've lived in my house for a few years and I know how the house lives and breathes, and now I want to renovate it, kind of thing. Yeah. Which I think is always a smart move. Live in your space for a bit before you decide what to do. Right. But now I want to move. I've been working a lot with first-time buyers, a lot of condominium sales, which is great. But now I really want to move firmly towards more single-family homes, detached homes, working with families who want to upgrade into a new neighborhood or a larger home. Just kind of pivot in terms of the kind of product that I'm known for working with. So that's a challenge.
Yeah. So Tanis, what other profession would you like to attempt other than the one you're currently in, the real estate market?
I am very drawn to design. So architecture, interior design, so many. City planning. Counseling, maybe? No, probably something design oriented. City planning would be really quite fascinating.
What about the whole cookbook thing? Would you like to write a cookbook?
I don't know if I have an idea right now for like a great cookbook, a great theme for a cookbook. But yeah, maybe I would do less, live better, life syllabus, love more.
There you go.
I think ultimately something design oriented.
Yeah. Okay. Can you share a situation that's occurred in your life that you feel provides insight as to your character, who you are?
I think it's more of a theme than a particular instance.
Okay.
I think I have a strong sense of what works for me.
Yeah.
But I don't always recognize it right away.
Okay.
I'm never afraid to change, whether it's leaving a program in school, or
Mm-hmm.
like when I was at university, I studied theater. I thought I wanted to be an actress once
Right.
upon a time, but I recognized that wasn't the right fit for me.
Yeah.
So I shifted gears, leaving my marriage, leaving a really successful career in public relations,
Mm-hmm.
knowing when to move houses, just like knowing when to make a change.
Yeah.
I don't know if that speaks to my character, but it's definitely a theme in my life for sure.
Well, I think people tend to get stagnant.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that it's time for change, and they get stuck in a situation, and they don't, I don't know whether they don't think about getting out, or they don't have the courage to get out, or so that's pretty admirable that you've got the courage and the realization that, you know what, I think it's time for a change in life, because change is a huge factor of fear in people's lives. Change is scary.
It's so scary. Yeah. And, the fear will, paralyze me for a while, but then the cost is just too high.
Mm-hmm.
And the change it's got to
happen. At least you
happen.
realize that it's good, though. Change is good. And yeah, it's like you said, it's scary, but you have to do it. Life, I mean, you have to keep changing. You have to keep evolving as a person.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to keep evolving. I want to live a remarkable life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I just want to feel alive. That's why the career change has been so good for me. Like just that feeling of invigoration, of being alive, of not feeling stagnant, of not feeling sated even.
Yeah. Yeah. To date, what would you say is your biggest high or your greatest win?
My greatest win, professionally, the cookbook was a really, really high moment for me. I think my greatest win, though, personally, I mean, children, of course, but actually, in my most recent years, in like I'd say the last 5 years of my life, there definitely have been some personal struggles, but I feel like I've come to a place of peace and contentment that I've never experienced before. And that's a huge win.
What sound or noise do you absolutely love?
I am truly a West Coast Vancouver girl because I absolutely love the sound of the rain. Absolutely adore it.
Okay. What would you say is one of your favorite words?
Grace. Oh, they're two totally different words. I love the word grace, and I also love the word gumption.
Okay. What would you say is your favorite curse word?
Holy fucking shit. It's a series. Holy fucking shit. And I used to never swear until I met my English husband. And he definitely influenced me in that way.
Every second word.
Oh my gosh. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Something people seem to misunderstand about you.
I don't know. I mean, I come off with a pretty big smile, and it's genuine for sure.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes people think that that's the only flavor.
Ah.
And it's not.
You're a multi-dimensional, faceted woman.
Yeah, I'm totally Neapolitan ice cream, but it's definitely my default. It's my safety net, but yeah, there's a lot beneath it.
Okay. How would you describe yourself in one word?
Oh gosh.
I love this. I love tough questions.
Yeah. It's so hard. Things that are like one word or most or favorite, those are so hard.
Yeah.
I think graceful because it encompasses many different things, not in a religious connotation at all, but grace in forgiveness, generosity, movement. Yeah, I like the word grace, graceful. I want to be graceful in many ways.
Who has been the most important person in your life?
See, one of the most questions.
Yeah, I know.
The most important person in my
Or
life.
one of. Let's say one of them.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Make it a bit easier on you.
Yeah, so many. I'm surrounded by really, truly, genuinely incredible people. But one person that comes to mind is my grandmother on my father's side. She's really always struck me as like a fiercely independent woman, yet a very family-oriented woman as well. And she never had a career. She's an incredibly talented writer, a lovely painter. She just makes everyone feel like they've just eaten the most delicious home-baked oatmeal cookie in the world. And she's a pilot. She got her pilot's license.
Very cool.
And yeah, I just totally admire that about her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How old was she at her pilot's license?
She would have got her pilot's license in her 30s.
Very cool.
Yeah, she's in her 90s now.
Yeah.
And she's a pretty awesome woman.
How long did she fly for before she stopped? Like, I mean, at age 90, she's obviously not flying, but how old was she flying until?
She probably flew into her 70s, I'd say.
Wow, good for her. That's amazing. I love it.
I know, right?
That's incredible.
Grandfather was a pilot. My grandmother was a pilot. My dad had his pilot's license for many years.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. We used to have a little float plane Cessna.
Yeah.
And there were some neat outings in that.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
What's the first thing you notice about a person?
Eye contact.
Eye contact. Okay. What makes you smile?
Oh, well, pretty much everything. I smile when I'm nervous. I smile when I'm scared. I smile when I'm happy. I smile when I'm sad. What makes me smile? Just
like a genuine happy smile. What makes you smile? What puts that smile on your face?
Well, right now I'm smiling.
Oh, that's good.
I'm thinking about all that I'm grateful for and the beautiful blessings in my life. Yesterday, I went on an incredible hike right near my house all by myself. Normally, I'll go with my friends or my husband, or I'll drag my kids along.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I went by myself. And I had some fantastic music on, and I am not a musically oriented person at all. I sort of joke that I'm musically illiterate. I know what sounds great to me, but I don't know how to find it or pick it. But somehow I just had great music on, and I was in the woods by myself, and my heart was pumping, and I felt so free, and it was so good to be by myself.
Great music makes a huge difference, for sure.
Yeah, I was so happy.
I can't imagine what life would be like without music.
Yeah, I like silence a lot too. I'll tell you what I don't like: the wrong music. Like that can just make me so grouchy. But the right music, either no music or the right music. The wrong music just makes me mad.
What is some of the best advice, or one piece of advice, the best advice you've received? One of the best pieces of advice you received. There we go. I'll reword that again. Because we don't want to make it so singular.
Yeah, I think it's just so simple. Just do unto others.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really basic, broad-reaching, all-encompassing advice, but just do unto others.
I love it. Simple and to the point. How would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as someone who made people feel great about themselves.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Thanks.
You can make others feel good. Hey, that's half the battle.
Yeah, I think that might be my superpower too.
Oh, all right.
I don't know if I could be so bold.
Sure, why not? You can be whatever you want to be. What does the word empowerment mean to you?
Strength from within, to find strength from within to guide you, guide your choices, guide your decisions, just strength from within. That's what empowerment means to me.
How do you bestow that onto your kids? How do you teach your kids about empowerment?
I try to encourage them to listen to their feelings. And I share with them stories about times in my life where I felt a lot less empowered.
Yeah.
And some of the choices I've made when I was feeling that way, and not necessarily awesome choices. So I'm really transparent with them about the highs and lows in my life. And I just really encourage them to listen to their bodies and those feelings, and let them guide their choices.
I think that's important, letting them know that the highs and the lows. I mean, life
for sure
isn't always puppy dogs and rainbows and ice cream, right? So to let them know that there are difficult times, and there are going to be difficult times ahead and difficult decisions to be made, and you're going to go through shit in life, and
definitely
it's not always rosy.
Even if it looks like it's rosy because you're smiling.
Yeah.
It's not always. So
coming from someone who's always wearing a smile.
Yeah.
How would you define success? What does that word mean to you?
Being able to make my own choices. That is success to me.
Okay. Your unique skill set or superpower that you think has helped you become successful?
I think making other people feel good, whether it's making them feel at ease or making them feel happy or great about that special something that they bring to the table. I just think, that that's something that I don't know necessarily how it has propelled me, but I just think that that's what gets me through.
It's just who you are. It's ingrained in you. That's just what you do. It's just part of your being, your DNA.
Are you feeling good about yourself right now, Brad?
Yeah, I do, actually. I do.
That's good. See?
Yeah.
Because you're doing
something great. You have to feel good about yourself. I mean, it's not always easy, and you're not always 100% of the time going to feel good about yourself, but it's important that you do.
I'm loving telling you these stories, actually. It's making me feel great, actually. Good. So thank you for this opportunity.
Well, thank you for sharing your stories. I mean, this is what this platform is all about, for you women to share your stories and your journeys in life and talk about your business and your career and your life's journey. So thank you for sharing. I mean, it's not always easy to share stories, personal things. So thank you for having the courage to share.
It's easy to get, like, even as I'm telling you these things, judgment comes in and I'm like, oh, that's not important. That's not interesting. That's not special or unique. Like that crap FM that plays in my head and plays in most of our heads. I mean, that comes up, but you know.
But it all is important. It all matters because it's all part of your journey and what makes you who you are. So it's all important. It all matters, in my opinion.
Yeah. And
it may seem small to you, but it's not, though. It's part of what makes up Tanis.
Yeah. All right.
So if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that one piece of advice be? And this is a one piece.
Okay.
One. You have to focus on this one.
That, you know what? I can totally do that in this case. I would tell myself to listen to myself first, care about what I think of myself before I care about what others think of me. And that I struggle with to this day. I really do care about what other people think of me. Mm-hmm. So it's an ongoing challenge that I have with myself, that I really need to look within myself. I need to not disappoint myself above all others, and really listen to myself first and foremost. And I would tell my kids that too. That's, about trying to make them feel empowered, empowered young men.
Yes, exactly. Because men need it as well. I mean, not only women need to feel empowered, men need to feel empowered too. But I think there's that macho bullshit stereotype that's bred into men when they're young, that you're the man of the house and you've got to do this and you've got to do that, and you shouldn't, it's not cool to show your feelings, and that's not, well, just nothing could be further from the truth.
I want to feel all my feelings and I want my kids to feel all their feelings. You know, I want to feel all the quote unquote traditionally male feelings as well, of maybe dominance or aggression or, you know, ambition. I want to feel all those things, and I want my kids to feel them, but I also want them to feel vulnerability, and, you know, doubt can be an important feeling as well, because it can, why am I feeling doubtful about this? What do I need to check in with? Like, all those things, kindness, softness.
Absolutely. Just because you're a man doesn't mean you can't feel softness or kindness or things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's important to ingrain these feelings into our children, boys and girls, from a very young age. That way it's bred into them, and they just grow up knowing that this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I really hope I'm doing a good job with that.
I'm sure you are.
Thanks.
What would you say is the most important thing you've learned in your life? What was your life like before learning it? And what was your life like after learning it?
Oh boy.
That's a tough one.
This is so the hardest one of all, because it's an ongoing, like, I've learned it, I know it, but I don't always practice it. It's not like a light switch. It's such an ongoing battle, which would be the lesson of learning to listen to myself first.
Okay. I like it. Well, that would about sum up our interview. Tanis, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me and share your journey and story and your experiences and your career. And I so appreciate it. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. I really appreciate you and you taking the time to share with me and chat with me.
Thanks, Brad. It's been a real treat, actually, for me too. And it was nice to revisit myself. So thank you.
Amazing. Good. Once again, my name is Brad Welsh, host of your Empowerography podcast. Today, my guest has been Tanis Fritz. She's a realtor and all-caps mom based in Vancouver. Thanks, Tanis. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too, my friend. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. You can find me at visuphoria.ca and follow me on Instagram at Empowerography Podcast and on Facebook at Empowerography. Please join me next time for another inspirational story from yet another amazing woman.